a reflection on the reflections, because I'm looking at my journey so far on the course and how it's affected me as a learner and also as a future teacher or educator. So I guess at the start I was not that excited about, I was quite interested in teaching adults online as a course, but I've never really been that much interested in, well, teaching the word, and also online, because I like talking to people face to face, and I don't really like writing things. So I never usually publish anything online, like Facebook statuses and stuff. I think too much about them, and I don't like the way I write. I'm like very much in my head a lot. I'm a kind of critical person, constantly analysing what I'm saying, and I don't think I have anything really different to offer. I prefer to just a question, and all of the learning stuff is going on in my head. Kind of selfish in that way. So yeah, I was quite intimidated by this course because I haven't had a great experience of online teaching. I've been quite passive and felt quite overwhelmed by it, and I never really that confident in forums. So I was a bit oh no, there's lots of work and I have to do lots of public kind of stuff. So yeah, mainly intimidation was the start, and kind of I want to say passive because I wasn't I don't put stuff out there when I'm learning. It's usually going on in my head, but it's not really passive because it's active in my head. But I guess it's not very just not visible or not public, more of a private learner. Then as the course was going on, I was feeling a bit I guess in a messy stage of just experimenting, and really I had to. So I had to do things every week. It was posting, and so I had to get rid of this kind of intimidation and this anxiety about writing something or making something or saying something. I just had to do it, and sometimes it didn't work and sometimes it does work. And it was actually really motivating, and it was really cool to see people commenting on stuff that I'd done, because it made me feel more confident about putting my ideas out there and my questions. And I've been really wanting to get practical skills in my other courses. It's mainly always been theoretical, so it was really good to be doing this experimenting and actually learning stuff. So I can't really complain, even though it takes a long time, but it's a journey, so maybe it'll be faster when I'm using it in my outside of this course life. Now I'm this last week's comments from Visha and Alina just made me so happy that I made them reflect and more deeply analyze things, because that's my goal, and I feel really happy that I can produce something that's not an essay, so it's more accessible, but still getting the same ideas out there and the same critique, making learners think about sort of hierarchy and neo-colonialism and neoliberalism and all these kind of ideas that I find very interesting. They're out there in a more engaging way than when they're in my academic essays. So this course has been very cool in that way. It's really kind of equipped me to do something that I've been wanting to do, which is make my ideas out there and accessible and start making people reflect and things like that. So that's great. As a learner, I went from being passive and intimidated, or not passive but private, I guess, to producing stuff all the time, and it really kind of made me a more active student, and not just a teacher learner, a real active member of the learning community. And these are kind of cliche things that I've read about and their ideals, but I haven't really done it so much, and I really felt that in this course, that I was a valued member of the discussion, and I could add things to it, and I did actually have something to say. So that's really great. And as in terms of teaching adults online, I hadn't really thought about it as an option for what I might want to do, but the practical courses have made me really great. The practical element of this course, and that video by the person who was talking about teaching presence, that was really useful, and it did make me think that maybe I could do it, and not necessarily being an online teacher, but everything that I believe that everything that we do can be educational, and everything that I do online can be making people reflect. I don't need to be like a teacher, because I still kind of have the issue with that word. But like maybe I'll be more confident in the online world, and put more things out there, even just like on Facebook and stuff, like pose questions and things like that. So that's great. It's made me think differently, and made me more skilled, I guess. So I'd say it's a pretty successful course so far. So I'm pretty happy. Yeah, sorry.